Hey, how about them tops, son?
All day, SEC boys. SEC, they supposed to be SEC. Jersey all day, baby.
You're listening to the Red Out Podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome into a Red Out short clip here. This is from our latest episode. Hope you enjoy. State last week, as a lot of you probably know, but then they beat Arkansas. So as down as we were on them losing to Missouri State, then they beat Arkansas and we were kind of balanced out.
Which sucks because you're wasting a quality, like an SEC, like not SEC, I don't care if they're in the SEC, but like a tournament team.
It's a Power 5 win.
And you're kind of wasting it because you beat down your leg against a crappy Missouri State team that for some reason we can't play basketball against.
I don't know what, it was just so slow. I watched the second half and I was like...
They shot 75% just in the second half, which is unacceptable. There's no defense.
Apparently there was no goal. They just threw it up and it went in.
It's like you remember when you were little and they had not the basketball like proper goals, but those big like
toddler goals,
goal thing that like you just threw it in the top of it, like shoot out one of the. It just looks like a big mushroom you toss stuff in.
Yes, you played with that till you were like 12, and I
still play with that. Are you kidding me?
You still can't hit it.
Yeah, absolutely not.
He dunks on that and he thinks he's big time.
Dude, I'm like 4 foot tall. Can't leave me alone.
So I mean, what do you all think? Is this panic mode for Western?
It was after the Missouri State game, but then the Arkansas game kind of made up for it. So I'm kind of at the point where, well, I mean, this is what you get with the young team. They're just super inconsistent until they learn to get some more consistency. All these younger guys kind of get their legs under them and get used to playing more. I mean, this is kind of what you have to deal with. If they get it figured out before conference play, that's good. But I really hope that they have a good showing against Wisconsin. I think that's something that's still possible. They're definitely getting there, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Wisconsin there. Bassie's best games have been against big opponents, which is really funny because, you know, I mean, you think he would dominate the Missouri States more so, but hey, that's excellent for me as far as going into Wisconsin game. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of one of those things that it feels like they just kind of, and it totally has to do with youth, where they just kind of play to whoever they're playing. You know, if they see Indiana State on the uniform, it's like, we got this, you know. It'll be fine. We can just fart around and win the game at the end. And then they end up getting shut down and can't score. I don't even know how much they scored. I don't even think we got much past 50 points, you know.
Yeah, Indiana State was like, totally they scored like 54, I think, against Indiana State.
54.
Yeah, just trash.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then, I mean, Western scored 78 against Missouri State.
But we let them score 84.
And then we scored 78 against Arkansas. So...
Dude, I was happy to see all the Arkansas fans after the game. How about the balls on Stansbury going on Arkansas Sports Talk Radio and be like, don't worry, guys, we'll be a good loss by the end of the year. I was like, oh my God.
And I thought it was hilarious. I don't know if you listened to his press conference after that game, but the Arkansas game, they were also complaining that there were only 2 officials at the game when there's supposed to be 3. I don't know what happened to the third guy, but it was funny. Coach Stansbury got asked about that. He's like, hey, that's one less guy to worry about.
That's right. That's one less dude in the tank for the SEC.
Yes. Yeah, that's no doubt there.
A little less home cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have to worry.
How about the flagrant 2 call on Anderson? It was ludicrous.
That's real bad.
Oh my gosh.
It was real bad. Especially like watching it live, you're like, oh, okay, like maybe let's wait till the replay and let's see if he actually like really got him. And it's like, no. He tried to go for the ball and just...
He's totally going for the ball,
but he just missed. Like, that happens. It's basketball. This isn't tiddlywinks. Like, calm down.
We're not playing patty cake. We're playing basketball.
It's just, but hey, energize the team. And they went out and rage face, so...
Is that all we need every game? Is just somebody get a flagrant?
Stupid flagrant? Yeah, but can it be like Omer or somebody and not Josh Anderson? Sorry, Jake. Until you get your groove back, I'm going to make fun of you.
Yeah, next week it's going to have to be Deshaun Murray, right?
We can make fun of Deshaun Murray next week because he's no longer with the program.
Oh, and he's rapping. He's the rapper, right?
Dude.
Yes.
What if that's why he actually left? Like, he just said, like, professional pursuit or whatever. What if it's not even that?
Oh, my God. What's his rap name?
What is it? It's Little Sean? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just going to make up one for him. I have no idea.
I think it is Little Sean.
Little Sean? Is there already a Little Sean? No, there's a Big Sean.
Little D?
Little D.
Yeah.
Little D is good. Little D. Maybe that's why he's so mad.
All the ladies call me Little D.
Yeah. What? Wait, what?
No.
Y'all roll the tape back. What did he say?
No, it wasn't me. Yeah, Jared, you stole the words out of my mouth. That would be the greatest thing ever if he decided to become a rapper.
Can we start sharing his SoundCloud rapper stuff now? Because he's not playing.
Gosh.
That'd be so funny. Well, a couple years ago, again, neither of y'all are really Louisville guys. Ross might remember one of the grad transfers that was really good for Louisville in one of Tino's last years. I can't remember his name now. But it was Trey Lewis and somebody else. The other one released like a rap song called For the Ville. And all he did was like go through the roster like rhyming with their names. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But it was so bad. It was kind of funny at the same time because everybody was like, "Man, this is pretty good. It's a cool chick.
This is dope, man."
And I was like, it's like all you random ass white dudes in Louisville are like, "This rap was really good." Okay, calm down.
I can just see them. My word, Jake, this is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Let's play this track again.
Yeah, repeat it, Jake. Like, oh my god, what are you doing?
You said this gentleman's name is Little Sean? My word.
No, little D.
Oh, Little D? Little D, he's got a big track here.
So bad.
Oh my gosh. So any word where Deshaun Murray is transferring besides to 50 Cent or Beyonce Big J?
Well, he wants to go play pro basketball, but I don't think it's. I mean, he maybe like the Justin Johnson like overseas route. I don't necessarily think he's got an NBA shot.
Is it
I don't see him playing in
he's
the
in
U.S.
the NBA.
either, honestly, unless it's in the G League or something.
I was gonna say, is that his idea? Is just go overseas and try and make it that way? Follow the ballers, I guess.
Well, the Ballers don't really pay any money. There's some leagues: Australia, China, Argentina, Spain.
Well, I was talking about like Lonzo Ball and some of those
they
idiots.
don't make any money on this.
Oh,
one.
well, I
Or
mean,
they don't make very much.
I know they don't make anything as far as that goes, but they went overseas and then they're trying to bring them back, as far as I understood.
Well, yeah. So they did that. They went to like
Welcome to Lithuania.
Yeah, is it Lithuania?
Welcome to
Yeah.
Lithuania.
Dude, I forgot
You
about
forgot
that.
about the song?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god, that happened.
Deshaun Murray wishes he'd come up with that song.
Now I'm just like imagining Deshaun Murray with like random Lithuanian like sorta models, you know?
Like in a notepad going, how did you say that again?
Yeah, let me just get that in there. Yeah, who knows? I mean, you can make pretty. I mean, Justin Johnson's doing all right over in Italy. Like they make some good money.
They can, yeah.
So
And plus, he's in Italy, so all the food over there. I mean, that's what I think about.
he's gonna be
obviously.
so fat.
Dude, no joke. Like, I don't know if y'all know any Italians, but like they are so like it's so different from over here. Like they take siestas, and they'll be like middle of the afternoon, and they're just like, it's time for a siesta, and they'll take a nap.
Well, like my wife's student taught in Spain for a semester, and she said it was wild because they all got 2-hour lunches. Like everybody in the whole city, like in Barcelona, just took off for 2 hours. Like you could barely get a cup of coffee because like everybody's like, "No, I'm taking a nap, bro."
Yeah,
it's like I've eaten
awesome.
and it's time to nap for 40 minutes. We'll go back to school, and then they don't eat supper till like 10 o'clock at night because they had a snack at like they had lunch at like 3:15.
Yeah, but they like walk to the store.
Oh yeah,
That's their
everything
thing.
was they went to the store.
walk to the store, get the food for that meal, take it home, cook it, and that's it. No leftovers.
That was what the family she lived with. The mom would go to this every day. She went to the grocery store and bought fresh stuff and like made it that night.
See?
They tried to cook Sarah a hot dog because they're like Americans love hot dogs. Fun fact for you: my wife hates hot dogs, and she didn't know what they were saying when they asked her the day before because they have like such a heavy accent. They're like, "Do you like blah blah blah?" And she thought it was some Spanish thing. She's like,
Yeah, blah, blah,
"Sure,
blah.
I'll try anything."
Do you want a blah 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 with relish and ketchup and mustard?
Yeah, they made her a hot dog, and she
No.
was just like, "I don't know what to do, Jake." It's like, "Well, you ate it, right?" She's like, "Yeah, and I hated it."
You swallow that anyway. So
Mark that.
anyway,
But best of luck to Deshaun Murray. I hope he goes
That's
back to
rude
such
and
a
inappropriate.
that was rude and inappropriate.
That's so good.
Yeah, Deshaun Murray, best of luck to you, bud. Hope you go and make all the money you can, either in rapping or basketball.
Yep, get that money.
Get that guap.
You should get that guac.
Yep.
Guap.
Is that what the kids call it nowadays?
Hey, Dev, you remember, you remember Herbie?
Yes.
He
Yes.
said something about that. I don't even know what he was talking about. He was like, you be getting that guap? I was like, what are you talking about?
What is
He's
that?
like, like money. I'm like,
That
What
sounds
is
like
it,
a
guac?
venereal
Guac?
disease.
Yeah. Hey, don't mess with that chick. She's got the guac.
Yeah.
His greatest Western accomplishment was taking 10 balls off the jugs and keeping them on his body at the same time. It was very impressive.
God.
So here's the deal.
Greatest pecs in Topper football history.
That's true. That is true.
That whole line, his greatest achievement was taking 10 balls off the jugs and keeping them on his body. Greatest pecs in WKU football history. If you take that all out of context, if you don't understand football, that is the weirdest thing to say.
That's a really weird thing to say. I agree, but it's really hilarious.
Somebody tweet that.
Oh my god.
Were you there when Dowling was there?
Dowling. Oh, what was his name?
Jonathan Dowling.
Yes, I remember Jonathan Dowling, yes.
He'd do that. He'd go up to the jugs machine and be like, I'll catch you one hand off the jug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's just like spraying it across the practice. I'll catch you one hand out the jug. Ridiculous.
It's like, what are you doing, dude? Okay, we get it. Cool.
Okay, this guy played free safety, or what was it, strong safety? Or was he a corner?
He was safety. I don't remember which one.
I don't remember. Anyway, and he thought he was the stuff. He thought he was the greatest.
His name sounds familiar. Did he coach at some point?
Do you remember?
He was drafted 6th round by the Raiders.
Okay,
no kidding, he was drafted.
Maybe that's why I remember it.
Yeah, and he was an Under Armour All-American in high school, so he really was legit.
Oh, I'm sure he was legit. Do you remember when he went against? Oh my gosh, that kid from Greenwood. What was his name?
Nehemiah.
Yes, Nehemiah. Oh my God. I can't say it on the air what I'm thinking, but man, he made him look like a fool. He made this kid look like a little, you know what? Yeah. And the worst thing is,
man.
Yeah, your poor homeboy. Dude, like, first off,
G Wood.
Yeah.
G Wood.
Yeah, G Wood. Yeah.
They used to have a hell of a student section, man.
Yeah. I
don't know if they still do. We had a buddy try to steal the ore one time. He got arrested. It did not work out well.
They were stoned. Anyway,
they got money, man.
So
give me the ore back, man.
No, bro.
He made it outside. I'll give him that. He got outside with his shirt off, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Because he painted up.
Because why would you steal it otherwise?
Why? But he painted up like a Greenwood kid and like reconnaissance got because they pass it around the ore or whatever, and then he gets it kind of to the edge and he starts moving towards the edge and he just bolts and everybody's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And he finally gets outside and the cops are like, hey man,
dude,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry.
I can just see the Navy SEAL-esque movie where this kid is peeking out and looking in his green.
Oh yeah, it's straight up Rambo,
that's hilarious.
Painted. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, so Nehemiah lines up. I don't even remember who the quarterback was, but they were doing one-on-ones, and Dowling is opposite him. And instead of just, usually what they'll do is they'll kind of have a little pity-pat fight.
Hand fight a little bit.
And then Nehemiah would break loose. He'd run on his hip. They'd throw it. One of them would knock it down, catch it, etc. Nehemiah lines up. Dowling lines up. Dowling punches him basically in the face mask. He falls over.
He just crumpled in the
He did. He just crumbled. And everybody was, all the wide receivers are like, dude, that's bull. Why did you do that? And he's like, what? He's a punk. I could catch you one-handed, and you're like, dude, get out of here with that weak stuff.
You don't throw the ball.
I can catch you out the jugs. I can catch 11 balls with one hand.
Please let me see.
Is he still with the Raiders? Because that would be really depressing.
I think he ended up in Canada. He was there for a couple of years.
He ended up in the CFL.
He got cut, and he went somewhere else.
So he did end up in Canada, as Jared's just informing us.
That's where I remember the name because he gets he gets tweeted about playing the CFL.
Yeah, and I think he's a rapper now. So
he's also a rapper.
Yes,
they're all rappers. So speaking of football,
he and Lil D going to join up.
Yep.
What do we think?
He's Big D, Lil D.
So many taken out of context things.
Hope you enjoyed the clip from our latest episode. Subscribe for our weekly Read Out podcast. And always remember, go Tops.